In this episode of Deron for Super President, we get invited to join the Micronational Assembly. What is it, and what are we going to do? Stick around and find out. Welcome back, fellow citizens of JAR, to Deron for Super President. In this show, we try to build our own country and take over the entire universe, along with fixing all of the universe's problems and other stuff that comes along with that. Does that sound something like something you'd like to do? Please hit the subscribe button to be counted as a citizen and join us on our path to wherever we end up going. The Principality of Lustitiane, or Lustitane, commented on one of our previous videos saying, "Hello, I am a leader of another micronation." Hi, I like how even when we're all being serious, we can drop the act a little bit, because we're all, you know what, we're all having fun with this. Hiding branding, hopefully. I forgot what I was going to type. Oh yeah. I'm with the Micronational Assembly and officially invite you to join. Also, I can make newsreels, yeah? Want me to make you newsreels? I went and looked at this. First of all, does actually have a newsreel about the Principality of Lustitane. Hello, stranger. Welcome. Our small nation welcomes you. There is actually a newsreel called the Principality of Lustitane. I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And they go through the history of their principality. Then I had to check out the Micronational Assembly. So the Micronational Assembly has 42 members and is a group on Google+. Fun fact, we are apparently in population larger than the entire Micronational Assembly number of countries. I don't know if that's impressive or not, but it's really interesting. Now, the first thing that I noticed scrolling through the description of this was, attention, we are under a temporary government due to a political extremist taking power. What happened? I need to know about what's going on here. So right near that, there is the rule, no role-playing, which means everything you are about to hear is serious. Michael Hines, in this group, made a poll saying, should I get a personal/battle horse? Also adding on to this, dude, have you even been paying attention to my military posts? 4 of my 5 soldiers have been discharged, meaning there would be actual need for a battle horse in this. And if you're wondering, it passed with a 50-50, apparently that's enough to pass in this poll section. 50% said yes, you should get a personal battle horse. So as I went through and I found rather different pieces of information. Things like, we are happy to announce we are being done at being war with Matthew, whoever, and his communist nation. This war truly started to see how large of an army I could raise in a time of war. It's a pretty weird reason to go to war. Wardonia got smaller and is now planned to invade a small abandoned house. I reminded of the no role-playing rule. I'm actually going to have it, if you noticed, it's been up there the entire time. I've left it up the entire video just to remind you that, at least according to the rules of this group, we're not supposed to make stuff up. I love this, by the way. I'm having this made my whole week. Breaking news from the Republic of the Democratic Wardonia. In the group, Intermicronational Court. Wardonia collapses, all colonies break away, and Wardonia becomes Wardonian Socialist Soviet Republic, Wardonian SSR. Capital, Bedar. My bedroom. Population, census is underway. My guess is it's between 0 and 10. But if you manage to fit more than 10 people in a room for any given period of time, tell me how you did that, because I need to figure out how many people I can fit in JAR so that we can start colonizing. Yeah. Military power, weak. You should try and get a battle horse, because I hear that they're quite effective. Half of all people. 3 out of 6 dentists. 3 out of 6 dentists endorsed battle horses for your military power. Later on, I also found him saying the status of Wardonia with the Google Maps picture, saying that it's now a population of 13, personnel 3, capital city, Bedar, which it seems that it's grown, it's not just the bedroom anymore. And the population has more to do with the area as opposed to the bedroom. But if the population of the bedroom ever exceeds 10, let me know, because again, JAR. I don't have water access. That's something to get looked at. Apparently Wardonia, this same thing with the capital of bedroom, also managed to create a puppet state called Gran Roque, which is there in the world, which, if I'm correct, is somewhere off of Australia and the Philippines. My geography isn't what it once was. Ever. Michael Hines, Mr. Battlehorse, also asked, I plan to offer $300,000 US to the Venezuelan government, which is worth 3 million VEF, which I'm assuming is the Venezuelan money, which will help with their economic crisis, and I hope will help influence them to sell me at least part of the island, Tortuga Island. Hopefully your horses may run free and your powers may be wild. An unknown user put in the diplomacy thread or group, I am the supreme leader of Hawabasahala, and I here to see if anyone will back me up in my ear with the Republic of Serica. We are a communist nation and are a bit militaristic, just a tad. So like, you know when you put gravy on things, like that's a lot of gravy because gravy's awesome. But when you put salt on things, you put just a bit because it's salty. Military is a bit salty by nature. This army has 3 generals, 11 frontline, and 1 police officer, lol. It's just one. He's just eating donuts. There's no citizens, this is just a military, and then one guy is like, don't go speeding on the highways. Anubarislav, the Lone Wolf Prince. Lone Wolf? Wolfhaven demands that Wardoni lifts the sanctions off of the nation. Is this you, Lone Wolf? If this is you, I'm very interested. I've legitimately never been so intrigued making a YouTube video. Just a short list, but still. They're weird, but soldiers will be equipped with a sharp knife this time. They are very fast and can throw objects real good. In case you were wondering, this is the diplomacy thread. I love this. We hit some hard-hitting issues, by the way, in this group. It appears to be a bunch of different countries that are talking to each other and figuring out what's going on. The first of which is DeMarco Perez, the Skaviks, put also in the diplomacy thread, where we know people can throw objects real good, should Zukland declare war on ISIS? By the way, they added in a maybe option later, in case you're not sure. And both polls passed with yes, so I'm pretty sure they have declared war on ISIS. Thank you, Principality. You made my entire week. There are a few rules in here that are a bit much, and I think a little bit odd. So it's like everybody needs to talk in one of the official languages, which are English, French, and Modern Indo-European, which I'd never heard of in my entire life, and even after Googling it, I'm still not quite sure what it is. It seems like Pseudo-Celtic from near India. This is one of those Google searches that went nowhere fast. There's 2 sort of issues to us joining this small community. The first of which is the no promotion of other communities. This is the community that we like to promote. The other one being that this Micronational Assembly seems like a bunch of nations that are looking to interlock and form alliances with other small nations. And we're aspiring to something pretty ridiculous. We want to take over the whole universe, and we aspire to be a macro country, more than just a micro country. We'll get there one day. I think purely aspirationally, at least for now, we'll hold off on joining this group. We might be a rogue nation, but Principality of Lusitania, I would like to name you, the Principality of Lusitania, as the official ambassador between JAR and the Micronational Assembly, so that we can coexist peacefully, but one day we're gonna be a macro country. And when we do, maybe we'll throw some territory your guys' way. And as usual, various citizens of our population and military have commented on various videos. If you're wondering what the military is, it's really just if you try showing your friend or your family or somebody else the video, let me know, and we'll give you some awesome military rank and move you up in our military, which is conquest through sharing, because we're awesome. And my live commented clap clap, which instead of hearing it as I hear it as, which I love. Tara said, you make croutons. And croutons end all international conflicts. 2 birds, 1 stone. Hello. Is this ISIS? Yes. Have you considered croutons? Mm-hmm. All right then. Okay, I'll pass that along. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Bye. That was Panago. They're aware of croutons. I don't have ISIS's phone number. I don't want to get it either. I have a feeling I'll be put on a lot of lists if I get that phone number. Jesse commented, mate, I'm never leaving. Old Faithful shall always be here. And also commented, I believe in you, Deron. You can keep all your promises and we'll help. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that. I can't wait for the future. We got some big things in store, and for those who stick around, hopefully we can provide amazingness. TARDIS for sale, which if a TARDIS really is for sale, I'd like to buy one, said, we fill up this dar with dirt and our country expands. I need this on a t-shirt. Why? I'm looking forward to the time in which we have a large enough nation that merchandise is a possibility. 46 is a bit... not as much, but... we'll get there. We'll get there. Big plans. Long-term plans. We're going there. Samuel Bestable said, "This is why Jar will prosper. You give respect to those of all faith, even if you are an atheist. I was thinking, if you do conquer a planet, which you will do, thank you, I appreciate that, how are you going to get the people on your side, because there may be people who will hate you and start revolutions against your views? I sure won't, thanks again. Live long and prosper in Jar." Well, I was thinking about this before, when I was thinking about taking over the entire universe, and I figured out, this is why, to take over the entire universe, you also need to fix all of the universe's problems. Because only when you've done both are people going to be, like, totally chill about it. Because if you go to a planet and you say, "I own you now," the response is, "Why?" And then if you don't actually do anything violent, which we don't really want to do, it doesn't work out well. But if you go to a planet and say, "Hey, could we possibly rule you? By the way, I fixed your toaster and everything else, and life is amazing now." They'll go, "This is awesome." And I go, "By the way, the longer you let us stay in charge, the better things are for everybody." I think that'll work out. I think. Also, we're a little far off from conquering a planet, and we have yet to find planets with super tons of life that aren't Earth, so we'll get there. But we're workshopping the idea. Joseph said, "We need a science advisor. I would also like to volunteer for this position." I love it. Because, especially later on, when we need science to do so many things, I would like to name you a science advisor, because I think it's a good idea, and I think we do need somebody trying to figure out how to rewrite the laws of physics, because I'm so far stumped. But the more scientists we have working on it, the more people can be stumped with me. Science. Esther said, "You pronounced it just right, and thank you for the title, sir." Oh, well, thank you very much, Esther. It's good to know. If anybody else I'm pronouncing the name awfully, or if I'm just making up something about your name or about you that's not true, let me know, and I will fix it. Esther also said, "Oh, and what national holidays will Jar have?" I'm actually going to put a pin in that, because I like this idea so much, I'm going to make an episode on this, like, in its entirety. Maybe 4 or 5 episodes from now, because I have an idea, but I got this from you, so thank you very much. You've inspired me. Golden Eagle comments, "Once you gain momentum, you will be unstoppable. Prophet of Jar /MVP. Thanks for the confidence as always, Golden Eagle. It feels good. So this is your super presidential candidate, Deron, signing off for this week, saying welcome to Jar. Jar takes all kinds. Your family now. Please join us this week and every week. Please show your friends, show your family, show somebody that you think might enjoy the show, or just wants to take over the universe because they can feel like they have a bit of a kindred spirit with us. And then, you know, maybe they'll join us. And if not, that's totally fine. Let me know. We'll give you a promotion in the army and we'll be good to go. We go up every Friday. I tend to put it up a little bit later because I work, and work makes life a little bit annoying, but it goes up every Friday, or at least before I go to bed on Fridays. I'm working on moving that back. And as always, I'll leave you with the official motto of Jar, which is, we are Jar. If you love Jar, you love us. We'll see you next week.